Good morning from a very grey, potentially rainy, but stress-free Peterborough. Not Peterborough, Ontario, but Peterborough, UK. We got in touch with the Water Authority, which is Anglian Water for us. A couple of people said that you could actually get a rebate for water and sewerage. So basically you pay for water coming in, sewerage going out, and in some instances people with ponds pay for water coming in but they don't use the sewerage because the wastewater goes out to gardens, plants, lawns, something else. So this is the document that we had a look through. Unfortunately we go down to sewer, so we can't claim anything. Yes, you could be unscrupulous and do that, but not us. No, not for that. So have a look at this. So this is the pond sewerage abatement claim form. Taking the address out. So you just fill it in. In big bold letters it says a sewerage allowance can only be given if the pond isn't connected to the drainage system. Then gives you 3 tick boxes. Does your pond drain into the main sewer or a surface water drain? For us, yes it does. So we cannot claim. I know we could be like unscrupulous and blah blah blah, but no, we're not going to be. Some people may drain their pond out to water barrels, out to the garden, out to soakaways, in which case you could be entitled to a rebate. More information that is required by the Water Authority, this is Anglian Water, it could be slightly different for yourself, is how deep your pond, the width, the length, when was your pond last completely filled, how often your pond is topped up, meter readings and frequency of cleaning. So there's a little bit of information that you need to supply if you want to try and get some money back. So I just thought I'd add that. It might be a winner, but in our case, no, it's not. And just to let you know that the items that were for sale in the shed, the skimmer's gone, the pressure filter's gone, the sponges have gone, can't remember what else. Anyway, a lot of it's gone, so I do thank those. Oh, the UVs, all the UVs have gone, so I do thank those people who travelled in some instances over an hour to come and visit the pond, have a little cup of tea or get wet in some instances. So thanks to them. So basically all the items that were for sale are now gone. The original pond covers, while I'm down here, made a bit of a Heath Robinson cover, and basically they've just sat up there. I've cut them into all sorts of shapes just to create some kind of cover, not so much waterproof, but because of the leaves that fall off the tree, it does make the bottom deck very slippy. So safety first. What have we done with the main pond? Those eagle-eyed people amongst us will notice there's 5 bricks still missing. Yes, I know, and yes, they're still on order. But we made some very quick temporary nets. Very, very, very lightweight, but because they are almost 2.5 meters, it's almost impossible to take them off at my height one-handed or even two-handed. Cat's out teaching pediatric CPR at the moment for the next 2 days, so they're just gonna have to stay put. The fish are absolutely fine. The water looks really nice actually. There is changes to the pond wall which we're expecting. The feeding well So there's just that little downy algae stuff that grows on the side. Checked into the drum this morning with a view to cleaning it. Nothing to clean, so I just put the lid back on again. I'll be announcing the winner of the gallonage and the respective prize that this person wants. We'll just go around the back to the shower. Somebody mentioned that the drum will actually pass. Well, if it'll sieve down to 75 micron, anything below 75 micron will actually pass. So just for those people that want to know what it passes, let's have a look. Yeah, strawberries. So this is the colour. So basically it's just almost a coffee staining that comes through direct from the drum. I have no issue at all just putting a little bit of floss in the shower just to collect those final fines. Managed to get the gutter on at last. That was a bit of a trapeze artist job. I could have fallen in and that would have been funny to film, but I didn't. I nearly did, but I didn't. What else have I been buying? So after watching Ken Simpson, Dublin Koi, he did a review on a window cleaning article. Apparently it's called a tile scrubber, and it's one of these. Just put that down. So good grips, extendable tile tub scrubber. So I bought one, and it is absolutely perfect. So this now, when I use it, and if you hear me talking about it, will be the Dublin Duster. So I know, Ken, that you followed somebody else to get that information, but I followed you. So that's it. The Dublin Duster. Marks out of 10. 10. Works absolutely perfect. The algae is pretty easy to get off. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain because it's always on there, but it comes off easy. What else have we got? I've put in the grout mortar, a nice black, almost twinkly. So this is the stuff that I use, just in case you're interested, and that is called Easy Joint, and basically you just soak the pathway with a hose pipe, tip this on the path and basically sweep it into the joints, and whatever remains you put back into the tub and fill it with water again, and it's just so easy to use. So highly recommended. Big Blue working a treat. We will do a water parameter test a little bit later on, and we'll do the gallonage announcement. Who's the lucky winner? Right, short story before I announce the winner. You might get some strange happenings during your lifetime and you go, ooh, that's strange. So, many years ago, I caught a chub while I was fishing, and it weighed £4.14. Then when my second born son was born, who's no longer with us, he passed away after 7 hours. Jake, back in 1995, so 26 years ago, yeah, he weighed £4.14. And when I completed the London Marathon in 2005, I did it in 4 hours, 14 minutes, 36 seconds. So there's like significant numbers that sort of jump out and you think, oh, how strange is that? My firstborn son was born on the 28th of December, 2812. And ironically enough, that is the pond gallonage, 2812. And I'm happy to say that Carol Lysett, who guessed with 2825, was 13 gallons away. A few clues that I put out was when I first started talking about the pond, I did say it's going to be around or just short of twice as big. The original pond I think was about 1460, so that made it 2880. My initial guess, I think I was about 70 gallons out. So despite the fact that Carol has never been here, you'd invited Carol and has never seen it and still got closer than me, who sat at the side of it every day. Embarrassing. So well done to Carol Lysett. I believe Carol wanted some bacteria gel, so I will be getting some bacterial gel sent to your address, as I've still got it. And one last thing is, hope you like the pond residence video. We're discussing how many fish you should have in a pond. I say should, that's a little bit hard and fast. How many of you out there actually have perhaps the correct amount of fish that you should have? I watched a fabulous video from Quality Nishigoy last night. I think the pond was around 3,700 gallons. It only had 6 fish in it and they were massive, beautiful quality. But I'm forever watching ponds which are some smaller, some bigger than ours, with a vast amount of colours, a vast amount of fish, and it just looks absolutely wonderful. And when I did some homework on the amount of fish that you should have in a pond, initially it was around 250 gallons per fish. I'm not totally certain where that comes from. Then I watched another video that said 200 gallons per fish. So what I'd like to know is, by your own admission, do you believe you've got the correct amount of fish, not enough, or too many, and the gallonage of your pond? So we've got 2,812 gallons with 11 fish in, and Kat, being the boss, wants 16 fish, so we need to buy another 5. But when you actually see the fish in other ponds up against the window, and it's just an absolute collage of colour, it looks amazing. Whether we stick to 16, I have no idea, but that's how it is. One last thing, we are still getting these partially formed pieces, Evolution Aqua. So if you do get a Quenny drum, it might not be the greatest idea to go for micro K1. If you go for the standard K1 or the K1 Plus, if that's available, you might not get that problem. It's not creating an issue, but just to be on the safe side. So this is the current view. Right, Nora Batty stockings that bit. I'll get some new netting. So thank you so much for your support. Another short video we've just put out. It won't be long before we go on holiday. Our next door neighbour's going to feed the fish. We're pretty much done with the major jobs that we have to do, and we couldn't have done it without you. All that support that's been coming in, text, videos, excellent, excellent. I'm going to use my Dublin duster when I turn off this video, give it a quick clean, So thank you to Ken Simpson. I hope you get your skimmer line done, mate, because I'd be tearing my hair out, really would. So I'm looking forward to your next video. So in the meantime, hope you are doubly jabbed, hope you are safe and well, look after your family, and I'll see you later. Take care.